All right.
Okay.
This is it.
Resident Evil 4.
Now you can just drink.
This is all I wanted to do.
You can
in
just
the
drink
first place.
and watch me play this game.
Yeah.
Do you get scared of movies and games?
No.
Never?
Never.
Not even once?
Not even if there's a fire.
Well, then there we go.
All right.
This game I loved as a boy, and I love it now. It's really stupid.
Okay, to clarify, this is another game that I have never played before. All I know about Resident Evil, the franchise, is that I think it involves zombies.
Correct. And that's literally all you need to know. Every other thing about this doesn't matter. And I was saying that as a joke for Zelda, but for this it's true. It does not matter in the slightest what's happening.
So it's a zombie game. Who is the titular Resident Evil? Do you play as... Is this like a Citizen Kane? Is that who Resident Evil is? Is it a person?
Who is the Resident Evil? No, you play as a handful of nondescript self-insert characters.
Okay.
In this one, you play as Leon Kennedy. He's got a wonderful mid-2000s hair flip.
Oh, sweet.
He's very handsome.
Did you ever do that in the mid-2000s?
I attempted to do so, but I didn't have good hair for it. I had friends who had really good hair
Did you
for
ever
it.
grow your hair out?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you know me. I usually keep my hair pretty long, and, like, it just looks terrible.
But, like, hair flip length. Because I feel
Oh,
like...
yeah. But mine grows, like, out and fluffy up.
Right.
It doesn't really... Like, it kind of just increases in size. It doesn't allow me to do hair... There he is.
Oh, wow.
Look, he's saying...
Yep, I had hair
yeah.
like that in middle school.
Look how handsome he is.
I hair flipped a lot.
Did you see how handsome he is?
I did. Yeah,
These
he's
guys
pretty
are like, where are you going? And he's like, I'm just a cool American guy.
handsome. Mhm. Is this when Resident Evil attacks?
Yeah, this is the start of it. I'm not skipping this. You have to, even though you can't hear it, you have to pay attention to it.
Okay.
All they're like, oh, I'm a guy.
Wow, they
over
really
here.
did a good job with the wrinkles in his lips.
Yeah, doesn't he cute? Not that guy, not so much. But see,
Yeah.
look at that.
Wow,
Look at that hair.
skin complexion is
It's not looking so great.
concerning.
He's the Resident Evil. So the point of this game
Look
is...
at that. Oh, he's got a glove. I thought that was supposed to be a normal hand.
He's in...
They did such a good job on the one dude's like face skin complexion. And then, this guy's hand, he's a side character.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and also, too, the
He's
only
gonna
person
die in
you're ever
2
looking
minutes.
at... Oh, my God. Spoilers, Kev. You're here to rescue the president's... You're here to rescue Zelda. You're here to rescue the president's daughter. She got kidnapped by zombies. I actually do not remember this because I haven't watched this since the first time I ever played it.
Kidnapped by zombies?
No, I think it's like some kind of nondescript evil group that kidnapped her that just happens to use zombie-esque things.
Hmm.
It's kind of like it's like a James Bond plot. Like it doesn't really matter. It's really just about the shooting things. Well, look at this bird. Bang. The birds give you money when you shoot them.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah.
Where are they carrying their money?
In their cloacas. What are you laughing at? They've got cloacas.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a cloaca up close?
Nope. Put a picture up.
I was going to say, do you want to? Yeah, you know about cloacas, though, right?
Actually, I don't know what you're talking about.
A cloaca is a... Oh, my God, Kev, this is gold. It's actually not gold. It's biology.
Uh-huh.
Cloacas are birds' buttholes, but they do everything out of one hole. So they piss, they shit, they drop their little baby bird eggs all over the town.
Do they eat out of that hole, too?
Yes. So this is a box.
If you...
Do you like this game?
Yeah, so far so good. Very interesting.
Just you wait.
If you had to perform all hole-related functions
Yep.
out of one hole, which one would you choose?
Including eating?
Including eating.
My mouth.
Okay, so this means whenever you have to poop or piss, you're tasting that. Because that's where your tongue is.
Well, that's not fair. That means that if you do it, if you're doing it with your butt, then you never taste food.
Correct.
That's a hard question. Actually, I have to think about that. I'll think about it after this cutscene. He walks in, he goes, hello. And then this man says, I am a man. I'm putting wood in here. Excuse me, I'm in your house.
Was this a big... Whoa, wow.
Whoa, he tried to get me.
Whoa.
But joke's on him. He says, stop. I'll shoot you in your house.
Who brings an axe to a gunfight?
This man. And that's why he gets shot. And then I kicked him apart. And then you go, ah! And you slice him up. He goes, oh, I'm dead. And then the cutscene does not happen after every time you shoot someone. It's just, this is the beginning.
Right, right.
And then this, oh no, they're coming. Look.
Zombies?
Well, yeah. I mean, he doesn't know they're zombies because they talked, and that's different.
Oh, the zombies talk?
Well, they're not really zombies. There's some other fucking nonsense that's zombie-esque. There's a story here somewhere, but it ultimately does not matter. What does matter is this. Is everything okay? No, I killed a man in his home.
I am a wanted fugitive.
He says it doesn't matter. It's Spain. You can do whatever you want. So then I go over here.
All
this
right.
is me.
Answer my whole question.
Oh, no. There's skulls. Woo.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, the butt question?
Yeah.
Well, I
one
mean,
hole,
with that fucking...
all functions.
With that stipulation, I have no choice. You have to do... the butt one, because otherwise you're going to taste every time you shit.
Okay, but your butthole doesn't have teeth in it, so now you got to mash it up into a substance and physically insert it into your butthole.
You're changing the game here a little bit.
No, all of your holes are exactly as they are now. It's just all functions are performed through one hole.
Kind of rude of you to assume that my butthole does not have teeth, but okay.
Okay,
Whoops.
does your butthole have teeth?
Yes, of course it does. How else would I shit?
Mm.
Did I tell you about that kid that we went to college with who always told us that he used to pull his butthole apart so when he pooped, it wouldn't
touch his
it wouldn't touch his cheeks, and now he says when he farts it's just air. Like there's no like fart sound. I mean, I wasn't friends with him for obvious reasons. Anybody who actively tries not to fart is not a friend of mine.
All right.
Anyways, fuck your question. I guess the answer is the same.
Mm.
Because no matter what, if you're putting it in if you're shitting out of your mouth, no matter what, if I'm shitting out of my mouth, then I'm gonna have to taste it, and that's no good.
But you get used to it eventually.
What do you mean you get used to it?
Well, I assume the first time you pooped, if you were conscious, you'd be like, "What the fuck is happening? This is crazy."
Like
but you got
a
used
normal
to it.
poop, like an adult poop or a
Yeah.
child poop. I mean,
Yeah,
check
if you
this
weren't a
out.
baby.
Watch this. This bird has a grenade. Now it's my grenade. See, got it. Yeah, no, your question. Well, I reject the premise of your question, but my answer would still be the butt
Alright.
thing because
Okay.
I don't want to have to taste like that's a horrible. No, that's the worst. Whoops.
Okay, fair enough.
What? Why? What is your answer?
If I could never taste again, that is probably the end for me.
That's true.
Louise and I had this conversation actually because she was
Should I
like,
shoot this dog in the brain?
"Oh, don't shoot the dog."
I'm obviously not going to shoot the dog. I love the dog.
Sicko.
Look, he comes. He goes, "Thank you, American."
What did you do to it?
It was stuck in a bear trap,
Oh, okay.
and then it
Mm.
it floats away.
Yeah. Louisa, since she works in healthcare,
Yep.
asked me, because this is a conversation she encourages people who are, might be approaching near the end of life.
Wait.
So naturally she asked it of me.
wait. When you say that, she doesn't ask them this question.
No, well, she was listening to some podcast, and the doctor was like, this is a conversation I have with people who are, like, possibly nearing the end of life. Like, you should have a conversation with your loved ones who are going to be making decisions for you if you're ever in a position where you can't make them for yourself. What quality of life is, like, the minimum level that you want to have to be kept alive? Like, at what point do you want to, like, pull the plug, let me go? What's the threshold for you?
Like today. For me. Watch this. I'm going to trick this guy. Check this out. Oh, fuck.
And it's
fucked
like,
up.
if, well, like, if you're conscious but like you're basically paralyzed, is that the point for you? Or if like you're basically a vegetable, is that the point for you? Like where is it that like, all right, that's not a good enough quality of life, you can just let me go?
Sure.
And so Luis and I had this conversation, and my answer was like, basically, once I've reached the point where I stop tasting food, then that's it. Like, if I'm still conscious, then keep me alive, whatever. But like, if everything else is gone, as long as I can still taste food,
Like if you're like that.
yeah, if I'm like that, but my tongue is intact and I can still taste food, keep me alive.
Get it?
Wow. Topical. Early 2000s.
Yeah, they really. I mean, because that's what actually happened to the developers on this team that were women. So, I think that you're wrong. I think that you should die as early as possible. And by that I mean you specifically. No, I get it. Oh fuck. Locals. Oh,
why do they run and then stop and walk?
Because they're scared. Because they see me with a gun and they're like, he seems dangerous. They've read all the stories about Americans.
These are like zombies, but not really.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you've essentially. That's pretty much the story of the game. Yeah. Look, shooting Spanish people in their own town. The American way. Topical. I would say here, drink mine. Can't drink that anymore.
Oh,
it's not good. I don't like tequila.
What about it? It's delicious.
I just don't like tequila. I never have. Even like mixed, even for me.
You don't even like margaritas?
No, not really. And
what?
That's the thing. Even for me, like who obviously likes drinks that are not particularly distinguished or robustly flavored, let's say. I don't even like a tequila sunrise. I just don't like the taste of tequila.
Wow.
It bugs me out. That being said, this is the best tequila I've had. But, I mean, whiskey and rum and stuff like that, yeah. Anyways, I would not want to have somebody...
wipe your butt.
Yeah, that's that. And, like, if I'm pissing and shitting all over myself, like, every day. I mean, I get enough of that now.
See, this is where we're very different, because if I could opt to have someone else wipe my butt for me right now,
yeah.
I would do it.
Yeah, but they don't know how your butt feels, though. You know what I mean? Like, no, fucking hear me out.
Okay.
Like,
continue.
You know this is what's going to happen to you. That's the quality of life that I'm done with right there. Wouldn't he already be completely...
Hey, if I can still taste a cheeseburger, keep me alive.
Also, I like this scene here because nobody's really doing anything. They're just kind of wandering back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
He will never finish doing that. Isn't that life? Right? What the fuck point was I making? Oh, yeah. Okay, so, right. Somebody wipes your butt, right?
You're describing to me in detail what your butthole feels like.
No. You go upstairs right now in my house, which you've done. You take a big hellacious shit that nobody should ever have to have in their home. But you're not interested in my feelings. You're only interested in your own sick relief. Right? So here we are. If you keep laughing at me, man.
Sick relief.
Right. Yeah. So anyways, if you go upstairs, take a big shit, you turn around, you clean yourself up, you wipe, you do all that. Only you know when you're done with that particular wipe.
And how do you know when you're done?
Because you feel like your butthole is clean. If somebody else...
you look at the toilet paper until there's no more doo-doo left.
That's true, too. But there's always those mystery ghost wipes where you still... Like, there's something in there.
A mystery ghost wipe?
Yes. That's fucking true. So you're always like, it's like a courtesy wipe. You're like, yeah, I mean, the last
courtesy wipe.
The last one
have
was
that
clean.
As a stipulation.
No.
If you think it's clean, do 1 or 2 more courtesy wipes before you finish up.
Yeah, but then you're asking so much of people.
Well, it's their job, I presume.
How much are you paying them?
In this sick fantasy world of mine that I've constructed,
sure.
We have universal health care, so I don't have to pay them
anything.
Oh,
so now we live in some Bernie Sanders socialist nightmare. No, I liked Bernie Sanders. I thought he was adorable.
I love Bernie.
I felt like I grew up with people in my house that sounded and looked like Bernie Sanders. So when Bernie Sanders run, I was like, oh, that's my dad's friend. You know, like that's that's who was around in my house growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's no universal health care. We are in the same hellscape of America that we are right now.
Mm-hmm. That has
This
always
is like
been.
this is like a Monty Python
And
skit.
it will
Did you
always
see
will
that?
be. Yep.
Shooting
That's
everybody
great.
in the knees.
There's
the American
this,
way.
There's this outtake clip from Parks and Recreation that I love. That's of when Chris Pratt's character Andy goes to the hospital for like a checkup, and they're asking him about all of his problems, and he's telling the doctor in all seriousness, sometimes when I wipe, I'll wipe and I'll wipe and I'll wipe 100 times, still poop. It's like I'm wiping a marker.
But that's what I mean. That's exactly my point. It's like that shit's real. That's a legitimate fear that you need to be concerned about if somebody's like taking care of that for you. I'm just saying, like, you would be so upset if somebody was like, "Oh yeah, you're good," and then you turn around and all of a sudden you're not good. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You you change your underoos and you look back and all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's a problem. That's all I'm saying.
Living with a constant rashy butthole.
Yeah, and that's like, and imagine too, like that's your morning, right? That's your morning start. Is that poop? You're living with that for your whole day.
Wow, yeah.
Like, you don't have a choice. You're
Especially when you poop between 3 to 9 times a day, like I do.
Yeah, I don't mean to. I wasn't really gonna bring this up because I didn't eat. Oops, I didn't eat eggs. Sorry, everybody. But I did have mac and cheese bites for lunch.
Oh, yum.
I mean, they were good, but you could definitely tell they've been frozen for like 6 months. But holy shit. Wow, there's a lot of guys here. What's going on?
Yeah, this is nuts.
I'm not doing a good job, by the way. Like, my friends and I, we really, in a very cool way, like, prided ourselves on being very good at this game. And I'm realizing now. Oops, I'm gonna get my head cut. Oh, uh-oh. I'm realizing now how difficult it is to do this and talk at the same time. But that's fine.
Yeah.
I got to bring the goofs and the gaffs and the laughs. You know what I mean? Because you sure as shit aren't.
Yep.
I think what I'm basically saying is I think you're being short-sighted. I think that should you find yourself in a position where you get your ass wiped, I think you will quickly regret that, and you'll miss that agency, I think.
You've given me a lot to think about.
Talk to Luis when you get home.
Okay.
Anyways, that's my point. I also would, if I couldn't taste food, I agree with you, though. He just said, haha, where did everybody go? Bingo, get it? Ha ha ha.
That was all, like, the intro?
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you scared?
I'm shaking in my boots.
Look, I got bad news. They killed an American. Bomb it! Leon, you need to get out of here. There's foreigners there. Look for a tower. Oh.
So why did you choose 4 instead of any of the others?
Because this is the first one that looks like this.
Oh.
All the other ones are kind of like janky, top down.
Oh, 1, 2, 3. What about how many have they made total?
Oh fuck, I have no idea.
Did you play past 4?
I played 4. 4 was the last one I played like in time, and even that I was a little late on it. But I didn't play video for a while, and then in college I played 5 because it's this exact game except co-op, and we would every time we, like, I don't remember what we would do, but it was like every time we like went up a ladder or killed something, we would drink, and we would just get really decimated at like 11 in the morning on a Tuesday playing video games. Yep. So it was a good memory.
College is about.
Yeah, I mean, it was for me. I certainly didn't learn anything. Look at this cow.
Is it a zombie cow? Just to be sure.
Now it is.
What's your favorite zombie movie or TV show?
I really liked. Well, oh look, it's a dog. Like a real one that took itself seriously, or like a
anything.
I really liked. I really liked 28 Days Later. That's probably my real choice.
I started that one. I didn't finish it.
You didn't
Not
finish
that long
that
ago,
movie?
actually. I was watching it on a plane, and I just didn't finish it after we landed.
I can't imagine I don't feel like that's a good movie to watch on a plane. That's
Yeah,
a sit
probably
on
not.
your couch and
Yeah.
be somewhat immersed.
Yeah.
I also haven't watched it in a long time, so I don't know if it still holds up, but that's my favorite real one. I always really liked Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead is great. I really like The Walking Dead, like the first of
Yeah,
bit
we
of
did
it.
too.
I even liked, like, after a lot of people stopped watching, and this is probably because I didn't watch it while it was coming out. Like, I just started it a few months ago, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
And I binged all of it, like, back to back. And so even, like, the, season 6, 7, 8, when people are like, oh, Walking Dead is bad now, I was still enjoying it.
Yeah.
It fits the binging model better than the
It
week to week.
does. We kind of did like a hybrid of that because it was funny actually. That show, like when it first came out, Emily watched, I guess, like the first 2 episodes. I'm always really, really hesitant to start TV shows because I know this is not going to make sense to you, but sometimes if I watch too much TV, I feel like I'm wasting my time. So it's like, like if we watch too many full shows in a row, I'm like, oh my God, I have to stop doing this. But anyways, we were again in college because it came out in like 2010 or whatever. And she was like, you got to watch this show. You'll love it. I was like, oh, I don't want to start a show. Oh, we're going to go do stuff. And she was like, watch the first episode. And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. So we watched the first episode and I loved it. That first episode.
It's one of the best TV pilots ever made.
The first episode of The Walking Dead is probably my favorite zombie movie. But
it's great, yeah.
So we loved that. And when we were watching it, I think the first like 4 seasons we watched on TV.
Yeah.
Or maybe 5, and then we started watching it like after the fact,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm kind of with you because I saw all the Negan stuff on TV, and I was kind of like, nothing's really happening, so this is kind of boring me.
Yeah, and I get that.
But
there are long stretches where not much happens, and if you're binging it back to back,
exactly,
it like you don't really realize
that's
that
exactly what
happening.
happened. So like when
But
we watched it the
uh-huh.
second time, like going straight through it, I liked it better. That being said, I kind of fell off pretty hard when well, I mean, I guess spoiler, but not really, when the guy that played Rick left the show.
Yeah.
And also when they killed Carl. I felt like that was a really bad choice.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember if he dies in the comics or not. I didn't read the comics.
I'm sorry. What are you up to?
What?
Did you see that happen in the show yet? Like, what are you up to in the show?
I have watched most of the show. The most recent season 11, I think. I watched the first couple episodes of.
I haven't seen that at all.
It's and it's the thing. It's like season 11 is the first season that I've watched week to week as it comes out, rather than binging after the fact. And
you're not into it?
Yeah, I'm not into it. Like, I stopped watching it because I was like, oh, I'm getting bored of this. Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh, it's the same old crap again. And it's like, wow, has that been going on for like literally 10 seasons of
and you just
TV?
don't realize it?
And I just now realized
I
it?
also think, oh shit, which one's why? Look at me. It's just like real life.
Yeah.
This happens when you go to foreign countries.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
As an American.
Indiana Jones.
Rocks. Yeah,
uh-huh.
that happens.
Yep.
But yeah, like the I would say there's a point. The first 2 seasons, there's like a couple episodes throughout that are actually great. Like remember the episode where they're in the bar?
Yeah.
And the 2 guys show up and
Yeah.
it's like they're kind of just sitting around talking. Like the whole scene of them sitting around talking is just really good.
The first few seasons, I'd even argue like season 3 and 4 as well, where you
I
get,
thought
like,
those were great.
the governor and stuff, and it's like,
oh, I love that one.
All the storylines are fresh. And
you want to see this? See that guy?
Yeah.
See that? He's got a little piece of dynamite in his hand.
Yeah.
Watch this.
All right, do it.
Oop.
Awesome. Love it.
Just like real life.
That was so cool.
Fuck you.
But
When I was a boy, I thought that was great.
Yeah.
I loved all the governor shit, and the episode where the two of them sit in the house. Every good part of that show has nothing to do with zombies and everything to do with two men sitting across from each other.
I feel like that's indicative of the zombie genre specifically, but like apocalyptic type genres in general. It's not whatever the threat is that caused the apocalypse that's the most interesting thing. It's like what human nature looks like now when like all structures of society have been completely eradicated.
Oops.
That makes this stuff interesting.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where it got repetitive, or they started getting a little too silly. Like, I don't know if you watched season 10, but the main villain of season 10 is this chick who speaks with a literal foghorn leghorn accent like this, and she wears like a zombie mask that she rips off the zombie
yes,
face.
we did watch that. We
And
did watch that.
It was goofy.
Not,
it's
it was
goofy
not
as
good.
shit, and it's
Me
not
too.
that.
Stop.
Yeah, and that's also coincidentally when Rick leaves the show, and that's like up through that point, like I was into it, and then that was when I was like, okay, this is not that great anymore. And then season 11, I was just bored and stopped watching.
I feel like I have no idea, but I feel like that dude left that show because they killed his TV show son, and the entire point of that show was like him trying to deal with his son and making sure that like his life isn't horrible and all that shit.
Yeah.
And then to kill him off kind of unceremoniously for no reason, and then be like, oh yep, that's your entire impetus for your character is gone now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was he supposed to do with that?
Well, the show should have ended there, because the reason they kill off Carl is so that like Rick has the motivation he needs to like I think the quote is like, my mercy is greater than my rage, or something like
Something
that.
like that. I remember.
And so it's like the death of his son and his son's like desire for his dad to find peace and to not be driven by rage and revenge or whatnot is that was the dog. It was not me.
No, that was Kevin scratching at my carpet for some reason. He just got really intense. I don't know.
That's the whole reason Carl dies, is so that I hate that sound. That pierces me to my core.
Me too. Oh my god.
That made me feel sick.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't the tequila.
Yeah.
It's because you haven't drank for a whole month. Now he's doing it to piss you off. Meacham, come here, bub.
Come here. Come here. Come on.
He's like, no.
Good boy.
Well,
yeah.
who's home, bub?
Go get her. But yeah, and so when like Rick is able to do that and to like not need to kill Negan anymore and to be able to just like have mercy, that's like when the show should end, I feel like.
Yeah,
that's a good place for the show to stop, but then they keep going, and it's sort of like when Michael Scott leaves The Office.
Yeah,
like,
oh my god, those are the worst.
Like the whole show is about like primarily this character and his like quest to find human connection, and be that the respect of his employees, or friendships of coworkers, or romantic connection. And when he finally finds that and then leaves the show has no reason to exist anymore, in my opinion.
No, but they tried really
terrible.
hard to make it be like, oh, like you love all these other characters so much, which to a certain extent I guess you did, but without him being like, you always knew that he carried the show, so when they did that, it was kind of like,
not just because he was the best character of the show and the main character of the show, but okay, this is probably a good place to stop this one.
Did you not see me kill myself on purpose because we're at like 45 minutes?
Oh, no, I just saw You Are Dead. I didn't see why or how. But yeah, like I feel like the main driving thread of the entire series throughout all the seasons is it's always related to like Michael Scott's storylines,
right?
And the other side stuff is great. Jim and Pam is great. Dwight is great.
Although they
all their personal stuff is fine.
They made it really stupid at the end, but that's fine.
It's all side stuff. And when you lose your main thing, you should just end it.
Like this. We
like
lost our
this.
main thing. We should just end it.
All right. Yeah. That's a good place to stop, I guess.
Fuck.